Mungatana, you wanted to say something before I can get to...
Yeah, I actually like Honorable Manzo. He's a good man. And he is also our chairman of the Christian Union. I keep reminding him. So every time I engage with him, I try to restrain so that he can also make prayers for me. The good ones, the good prayers. So I on this particular one, I'm not in agreement with him because the processes of removing a deputy president or a president through impeachment are in paramateria with the processes of removing a deputy governor.
What did you just say?
I mean,
for the sake of honorable question myself.
They're similar in terms of the processes of removing the deputy president and the president through impeachment are similar with the processes of removing a deputy governor and a governor.
Right.
So deputy governors have been removed from this country, and I think the latest one was even when someone just resigned in Uasin Gishu County. Governor Kotimoja actually made the announcement that my deputy governor has accepted another job, another place. So he started the processes of getting another deputy governor. And the process is very simple. It is not an election. Everyone knows. So you just send the name to the assembly, and the assembly approves, and you appoint. Now, trying to bring these arguments about election at this point, he knows. I mean, and you know, us lawyers, we speak for the client. So I am 100% sure if Honorable Manzo was on the other side, he would speak what I'm saying. You know, that is a problem with law. You are speaking what your clients want according to your instruction. The instructions these lawyers were given on the side of the Honorable His Excellency ex-Deputy President was that let us fight to the end. Let us just fight, irrespective of whether it's making sense, doesn't make sense, let's just fight. So they are carrying out instructions. Now, if you tell me as an advocate of the High Court that let us fight, then I will look for every possible something that I can raise, whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. But we all know that the process is very simple. When a deputy president has been removed, or a president, or when a deputy governor has been removed, the decision is taken back to them, and the governor announces, announces that he's nominating this person. The county assembly approves, and the process.
But that's under the County Governments Act. That's under the County Governments Act. In our case, the Election Act applies.
Okay. Even though, Senator Mungatana, the case that you mentioned was in Gishu, has the new deputy governor taken office? It
is up to the, Sosonko, when he was governor of Nairobi, he even refused to put in the name. And even when you put the name, again, it is up to the programs and the processes of the county assembly. If the county assembly prioritizes it, you can get your results very quickly. If the county assembly doesn't prioritize it, it can take time. So
there's actually a situation there because they've been unable to gazette that name.
And Kesi?
Sorry?
Kesi
has already finished.
I'm talking about Uasin Gishu.
Yes.
And the question is about IBC. And the reason I'm asking that, Senator Mungatana, is because if you look at the communication that came from the president, it says that as a prerequisite to the nomination, I sought and received confirmation from the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission that the candidate herein is qualified to vie for election as a member of parliament in accordance with Article 137(1) of the Constitution.
Yes.
Can the president get confirmation from IBC
which is dead
in how it is constituted currently?
Okay, let me answer it this way. Assuming that you are supposed to get, say, which good example can I give?
You could use this particular one.
let me just say, let me just say this. Are you saying that the IBC is non-existent? It's not there.
It doesn't exist.
People are actually working. The CEO is there. There's a functional body that you can consult.
Yep.
You can get to know that your papers are right or wrong.
Why is Banisa seat still vacant?
No, because an election has to be carried out there. Okay.
Why aren't they carrying it out?
Because the people who are supposed to carry out the election are not there. Okay. But in this particular case, if you want to check, for example, if I'm qualified to run for Banisa, surely the CEO can tell me that information. So let us distinguish.
Why not conduct the nominations for Banisa and wait for the election to be conducted?
You see, and Kenyans who are listening to me, let us be clear, because we should use this as an opportunity to also educate people. There must not be confusion between an election and checking if I'm cleared to run for office.
Senator Mungatana, I hear what you're saying.
So that in Banisa, let's go to that Banisa. If I'm looking to run in that office, for example, I can go to the CEO and ask if I'm qualified. And
but you cannot be nominated.
And the CEO can tell me that I'm qualified.
But that information, you can't use it anywhere to run.
I can use it. I can actually say.
You cannot be a candidate, can you?
I'm not cleared to run, okay? But I can check. And what did the Speaker of the National Assembly say? He read that the necessary clearances have been gotten from the Higher Education Loan Board, from the which other board?
There's KRA, there's
KRA. That is, yes, he mentioned all those, including IBC.
So what I'm asking is
the question.
So that I can hear from the other panelists.
The question I'm asking.
Let me just rephrase it. If IBC is not able to conduct by elections in 4 constituencies and I think 7 wards or thereabout across the country, is IBC able to nominate a person who can actually be president?
Okay, let me give you this example. We have just been told that when we impeached the deputy governor of Kisii, Kisii County Assembly approved, and he is functional. That office has been is functional, and the vacancy doesn't exist. So, Sam, I want you to agree with me that the process for them is the same.
Okay.
Like, let me finish. Is the same as the one of the replacement of the deputy president.
All right.
So, how did they clear that deputy governor? You just cross-check, because you are not nominating for an election. And Kenyans listening to me, we are not having an election. In fact, the Constitution says very clearly that in the event that a governor, for example, is unable to perform for any bad reason or whatever happens, the deputy governor becomes that. Now we have all this, Sam. When Nairobi was changing governors, did they have to go to the IBC, to the whatever, all those processes, so long as the name is nominated and the Speaker satisfies that those processes were followed, there should be no problem. Okay. And it's the same thing that happened in Kisii.
I hear you.
So I want Kenyans to know that what is being done is a normal process.
Right.
The only thing that is bringing confusion is the normal thing. I lose an election, I stand up and I say my election was stolen.
All right.
So my supporters start saying our election was stolen. Okay. And yet, I'm just telling you, let us distinguish between the politics of this thing and the reality of this matter.
The reality of it.